So good morning guys. Now let us go ahead and discuss about a term which is called as self-join. So what exactly is self-join? So as of now we have studied about cross join, left join, right join and uh, inner join, right? So self-join can be like any of them. So what exactly makes it different? Whenever we say that we are joining up table A with table B, that is a join. But when we join table A with table A itself, so when we join the table with itself, it is known as self join, and like it can be inner join, it can be left join, it can be right join, it can be cross join. So what is the purpose of joining the table by itself? So for that, let us see an example. In this example, we will see a table employees. So this is the employee table, and this employee table has something called as employee number. Then we have called something employee name, last name, designation, office, and report to. So it means that there will be an employee and he will report to another employee. So there is an employee who will report to another employee. So there is a reference of employee table within employee table, right? So Vinay is reporting to a code name 1. Who is 1? 1 is Abhay. Now Gaurav is also, Ashwani is reporting to 1. Who is 1? 1 is Abhay. Gaurav is reporting to 1. Who is 1? 1 is Abhay. And like why Abhay is 1? Because employee number is auto incremented and it itself will start by 1. Abhay will be assigned an employee number 1. Vinay will be assigned an employee number 2. Gaurav will be assigned an employee number 3. Ashwani will be assigned an employee number 4. Similarly, Dinesh 5, Meenu 6, Karanpreet 7, Aditi 8, Priyanka 9 and Sakshi 10. So all these three people are reporting to Abhay. So what exactly is the matching criteria? So in while we like do up a join, we have to make sure we find the good matching criteria. So what is the matching criteria? So Abhay having employee number 1 like these three people report to Abhay. How do we know that? The report to is equal to employee number of Abhay. So report 2 is equal to employee number of Abhay. So again, when we say report 2 over here is 3 and it equal to 3, which means that it is of employee number Gaurav. Employee Gaurav, right? So Gaurav manages Dinesh. Similarly, Meenu is managed by Gaurav because they have report 2, 3 and report 2, 3 is equal to employee number 3 which is Gaurav. So the matching criteria over here becomes employee number and report. So these two columns should be matched while we like build up an inner query. So now like let's go ahead and like I will just give you a scenario. So we need to find out all the managers and like all the manager manages whom. So we need to make sure that there is a manager A and he manages XYZ. There is a manager B and he manages M and O, something like that. For that, I've already written up a query. You can see over here. It says that like it is just concatenating first name and last name, nothing much. Again, first name. So it is joining employees table with employees table and saying on a criteria where employee number matches to report to. So what exactly will happen? So what will happen? Say this is the first table and this is the second table. So both tables are the same, right? So Abhay having employee number 1. This has the employee number 1. This has employee number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So Abhay employee number is matched with the report 2. Report 2 is similar in these three. So this column, so we have already studied about inner join, right? So this particular column will be mapped with these three row. This particular row, sorry, will be mapped with these three rows and the column will be added up horizontally. It means that the new table will have columns first name, last name, designation, office, report to of table 1, then first name, last name, designation, office code, report to of table 2. So if we say that this will actually be the values, something like this. So this will join this. So these all will be the row 1, and this there will be a comma over here. Similarly, we will have another row in which we will have Gaurav, and all these values over here. Similarly, we will have another row. So I am just trying to make sure that you are mapping things correctly. So I'm just going back and like ignoring these things. So this is how like this was just to make sure that you understand the criteria, why this criteria was required. So in the similar way, all the rows will be mapped accordingly. Like employee number should be equal to report to, and this is how like the criteria goes, right? So this is nothing but the same query. In this query, like first we have a table, then we have the second table, same table, and the first table is mapped by employee number and the second table is mapped by report to. Then we are using a group by statement manager, like we can ignore it as of now, and I will just go ahead and run this query. So you see that we are selecting just two columns over here. One is first name, last name as manager, then first name, last name of E. So both of them has the same columns but of different tables. It is for M. M is this, and this is for E. E is this. So E is the reportees. E is for reportees. You can see E is for reportees. M is for managers. It is having employee number. E is having report to. So Abhay Goyal manages Vinay Bansal, Abhay Goyal manages Gaurav, Abhay Goyal manages Ashwini, Ashwini manages Karanpreet. So we have so many rows. So now we want them in a single row. What I can do is I will just say group concat and just close it over here. And rather than here, I will say group by MANAGERS, capital M, manager. And let me run this now. As I run this, you will be able to see that Abhay Goyal manages Vinay, Gaurav, Ashwini. Ashwini manages Karanpreet, Priyanka. Gaurav manages Dinesh, Meenu. Karanpreet manages Aditi, and Vinay manages Sakshi. So we get them in one line, readable. So this is why like group concatenate and group by was important. So this brings this lesson to the close. So going ahead, we will be discussing about some advanced topics of SQL, that will be triggers, stored procedures, and so on. And with this chapter, we even close up the tutorials for SQL commands. And like this was a series which is required for everyone, like test analyst, then for testers, then for developers. But going for the advanced topics are basically required by developers and somewhat by like maybe testers. They can have some knowledge of it. It may be required. So testers should actually go for it. So thank you guys. Please do like and subscribe the channel. Have a great day.